Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone to Ramadan Reflections. Today you have, inshallah, I'll be doing the main lecture and I'll be giving adhan, inshallah. Today my topic will be about anger, inshallah, anger management, what is anger, how the Prophet ﷺ dealt with it, other stories from the Quran as well from it. So inshallah, stay tuned until Maghrib, inshallah, where I will be giving adhan also, inshallah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربنا زدنا علما ربنا زدنا علما امين يا رب العالمين يا ايها الذين امنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم اعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما يا ايها الذين امنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن الا وانتم مسلمون. So I will be talking about a topic that is very common to everyone, and that is anger. People often have a bunch of they inflict damage on their souls and their relationships and jobs and people closest to them just because of one emotion, just a fit of rage. For some people, anger is something that is manageable and it's quiet, while others it could become the most disastrous thing in the world. This is not to say that we can completely eliminate our feelings of anger from our lives just by being quiet from it. As humans, we are gifted from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with many emotions, and this is one of the many emotions that we experience. However, considering the damage in a fit of rage a person could do, it is important to learn how to control your anger. As humans, we go through many emotions, and some we might be able to not control. We might feel we might not be able to control. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with the power to control over our emotions. So even if we feel like we cannot, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us that power. We have to get to that, inshallah. And anger is unfortunately one of the strongest emotions. So that's why for many people it's hard to control and curb their anger. Fortunately, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has told us in the Quran how to deal with anger. That is why the Quran is a source of information and a guidance, and that helps to lead to an Islamic life. And it is very important to follow by what the Quran says. The Quran is literally a full guide of your whole life and even tells you how to manage your own feelings. And how much more amazing can it get that you have a book that tells you what to do in life, that you can go earn the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and go to Jannah. If you want to learn how to manage your anger, read the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had advised us in the Quran to repress our anger in all situations, no matter how hard that testing is. He has mentioned specifically in the Quran, he says in Surah Ali Imran, ayah 133 to 134, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وسارعوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها السماوات والأرض أعدت للمتقين الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين. So in these ayat that I have read, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about things that will make us righteous. He tells us about things that will turn us from mu'min to muttaqeen and muttaqeen to muhsineen and things like this. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala begins. He says, go quickly towards forgiveness from your Lord. And a garden, وَجَنَّةٍ عَرْضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضُ, a garden that will be as wide as the heavens and the earth will be prepared for al-muttaqeen, for those who are righteous. الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ, those who, now listen carefully, this is the ayah that talks about the anger part. الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ, those who spend in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether it be hardship or ease. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ, those who restrain their anger. وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ, and those who pardon people. وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves the good doers. So these characteristics, الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala automatically categorizes them into this category. Wallahu yuhibbul muhsinin. That they are Wallahu yuhibbul muhsinin. Muhsinin comes from Hasan, and that means doing good. And muhsin also does come from ihsan, which is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and acting like He is there. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevates them. So this is one of the best things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, what is a greater achievement that we can have from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and being in His good books and getting Jannah? There is no greater reward than this. And repressing anger kills a situation that could be very ugly very soon. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prescribed it for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned repressing anger and forgiveness again and again in the Quran. And He also gives us examples of His prophets as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran about Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam to his father in Surah Maryam, ayah 45 to 47. Bismillah. يا أبت إني أخاف أن يمسك عذاب من الرحمن فتكون للشيطان وليا قال راغب أنت عن آلهتي يا إبراهيم لئن لم تنته لأرجمنك واهجرني مليا قال سلام عليك سأستغفر لك ربي إنه كان بي حفيا. So in this part, it's talking about Prophet Ibrahim a.s. and his father, their final conversation. He says, Ya abati, O my father, I fear for you that you will be touched with a punishment from the most merciful. فَتَكُونَ لِلشَّيْطَانِ وَلِيًّا. And then when you're in hellfire, the shaitan will be as your companion. His father, out of a fit of rage, he tells him, أَرَاغِبٌ أَنْتَ عَنْ آلِهَتِي يَا إِبْرَاهِيم. Have no desire for my lords, O Ibrahim. لَإِن لَمْ تَنْتَهِ لَأَرْجُمَنَّكَ. That if you do not stop doing this preaching of yours, لَأَرْجُمَنَّكَ. I will surely stone you. وَهَجُرْنِي مَلِيًّا. So avoid me for a very long time. There are two things that we will see that Ibrahim does. قَالَ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكَ. Peace be upon you, is said by Ibrahim alayhi salam. سَأَسْتَغْفِرُ لَكَ رَبِّي. I will ask forgiveness for you from my Lord. إِنَّهُ كَانَ بِي حَفِيًّا. Indeed, He is ever gracious and pardoning for me. So there are two things that we see from here. One, that his father, out of a fit of rage, he tells him to leave, and then he says all these other threats to him. While Ibrahim alayhi salam, he could be angry, saying that this is the true Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is your Lord, I am the Prophet, you should listen to me, you should not think like this, and things like this. But no, because also وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, to treat your parents gracefully and respectfully. So he could have said all those things, but he stopped right there and he said, قَالَ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكَ, peace be upon you. So we saw two things. He curbed his anger, and he also still showed respect for his parents. It's such a simple, diffusing answer, and nothing but blessings came out of the Prophet Ibrahim a.s.'s mouth. And another incident that we see about controlling anger is mentioned in the Prophet ﷺ's lifetime, when a man came to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ with the killer of his relative. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, pardon him. But the man refused. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, take his blood money. But the man still refused. The Prophet ﷺ said then, go and kill him, for you are like him. At this, then the man let him go. There are other places where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned anger management in the Quran. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Shu'ara, وَالَّذِينَ يَجْتَنِبُونَ كَبَائِرَ الْإِثْمِ وَالْفَوَاحِشَ وَإِذَا مَا غَضِبُوا هُمْ يَغْفِرُونَ. That when they are angry, they forgive. So let us restrain our anger and not utter anything that we cannot take back. And let us all read the Quran and follow the Quran's teaching and be better Muslims in our daily lives. What is a better teacher than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself, guiding us to the right path through his own word? Jazakallah khairan. Now, inshallah, it's time for Maghrib, so inshallah, I'll be giving Maghrib adhan, inshallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة وبعث الله مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. Jazakallah for everyone attending today. Please join us tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.